Jamaica is on course to receive their 12th drawdown under the Extended Fund Facility EFF agreement with the IMF. The International Monetary Fund team has been in the country for the last 2 weeks conducting the 11th and 12th performance reviews. Finance Minister Audley Shaw lauded the IMF for their support. He says the recent taxes are about developing a broader tax base, not just about keeping the $1.5 million tax promise.
The fund staff and the government have reached agreement on the reforms to the personal income tax regime and the overall budget. Last week, the government announced amendments to the personal income tax system as the first phase of reforms geared at promoting equity, efficiency, and uniformity in the tax system. In terms of comprehensive tax reform, this is a critical pillar of Jamaica's reform efforts. The focus is being placed on broadening the tax base and building an efficient and equitable tax system that supports economic growth and development. It's not just about 1.5. The announced changes to the income tax represents a first step in our efforts to shift dependence from direct towards indirect taxes, while reducing the marginal and average tax rates for the majority of income taxpayers in this country.
Mission head Dr. Umar Ramakrishnan says that the fund is in support of the amendments to the $1.5 million tax plan announced by Finance Minister Audley Shaw last week. She says concerns that the tax package will fail are minimal, as this reform to the personal income tax, PIT, should help move the country from direct to more indirect taxation.
We have been in consultation with the government in how to design and go forward with this tax measure. The tax principles that would work in terms of uniformity, in terms of revenue neutrality, in terms of retaining work incentives, fairness, were all key ingredients that fit into the way the tax reform evolved. So in that sense, the shift from direct to indirect taxation is something that the fund has been supporting for a very long time. And the main reason for that being that with direct taxes, Jamaica has not been able to have the level of compliance and revenue collection needed to sustain its expenditure. So this shift from direct to indirect taxes is beneficial to restore or bring about sustainability from the fiscal side. In terms of lingering concerns, there is always, there has been a very active public debate going on the regressivity of some of the measures that have been introduced. So what needs to be considered further going forward is how to address that and how to put in place measures to strengthen the path, how to put in place measures to improve conditional cash transfers so that those who are poor and vulnerable can be made whole in the process of going farther in the direction of indirect taxation.